Hey everyone, welcome back to Marketing 100, where we share with you 100 marketing tips to level up your salon or spa business. I'm Kayle, your salon and spa business bestie, and I'm joined today, as always, by my good friend and the founder of the Salon Business, John Hallberg. You told me you're talking about something that I kind of tend to have a spicy take on today, but I'm excited to hear your input on it.
I hope it gets spicy. Let's see. But I want to talk about loyalty programs. I've always been a little bit uncomfortable with the whole setup and promise of a loyalty program when you run like a premium service destination where loyalty and why people come to you kind of depends on so many more things than whether you get some points or not. I've never really seen someone being able to attribute like a big success behind this. And I did see that you posted a quite spicy video on loyalty programs as well. So I wanted to hear what you have to say about this, Kayle.
We found an article from Daniel Lang, the CEO over at Mango Mint. He had posted a hot take article on why loyalty programs suck, his words. I recorded that video recently, sort of a response video to his takes on there. He had some valid points on it. He doesn't like loyalty programs. He thinks that they don't work. His ripping apart of loyalty programs is kind of justified, if I'm being honest.
I'm sure there's a lot of people here who have considered a loyalty program, maybe even have a loyalty program, because we know that when you run a local service business, for that to be profitable, like having loyal clients, repeat clients is at the core, right? Without that, you cannot really grow a profitable business. So it can be very tempting to like, okay, what tools do we have out there? And like loyalty program is this thing that is being used in many different industries. What will be the main reason you see like why loyalty programs should be reconsidered?
The communication is a real barrier to actually being able to make your clients aware of a loyalty program. Like inherently, you have to communicate this program to them. What I've experienced with a lot of loyalty programs is they tend to be a little more complicated than is easily communicable in a few sentences. You don't really have a whole lot of time with your clients, like at the front desk, for instance, and definitely not enough time to bog them down with the details or the exchange rate of points or whatever to really get people to understand how a loyalty program works. In fact, I would argue that most people who have a loyalty program, like if you got a card in your wallet right now to, maybe it's to Ulta or to something like that, you don't remember your exchange rate. Or if you do, it took a while for you to nail that down because nobody really cares. Nobody really cares about that. Nobody actually values a loyalty program. They're just trying to get enough points to get a thing. And to be honest with you, I've never had a loyalty program that's actually made me want to come back to a business. I've never been like, oh, I've got 9 stamps on my card. I better go back and get my 10th so I can get my free doodad from my salon or spa. Like, I don't care. That's not something that's going to make me go back sooner or value what they've got more. It doesn't work. They were either going to come back to your business already or they weren't. And offering them points or stamps or something along those lines for an eventual free product or discounted service isn't going to change that.
I think there are industries where there for sure could be a case for this. But in a salon or spa environment that is so based on like relationship, intimacy, the service experience, there's so many other things that is just so much more valuable. So even like just putting a point or whatever the currency is next to that, just like undervaluing what you're doing.
You can have value at any price point. And conveying that value and equating it with that price point is what's most important in your business. It's not giving people free stuff to get them to come back. We've seen it time and time again. It doesn't work. And it kind of devalues the service that you're already providing, because if you need to give some sort of strange incentive that's, arcane and hard to parse and confusing potentially, then you're not really making things easier, simpler, and more streamlined for your clientele, which is what they really want. They don't want to add another calculation into their day. That's why we talked about when it comes to pre-booking that you want to make it easy. You want to toss them out just a couple options, be prescriptive with the things you're doing. Because when people have too many options or too many things to think about, they get analysis paralysis and they don't make a decision. They retract. Engendering loyalty is actually something that you can do without a mechanized, on a schedule, clearly laid out loyalty program. Is something you can do with surprise and delight, was the way he put it. Literally, surprise and delight was the quote. If you can actually provide a benefit every once in a while to somebody, but they're not actively checking off a box on their way to it, if they're not slogging through the mud, those are the sort of things that surprise people, right? And the way to do that is to make it targeted to them. We talked about targeted marketing previously. We talked about MangoBet and their flows feature that's upcoming, which is fantastic. And I think that's what he was alluding to here, is that you can sort of target specific clients based on what they buy or when they come in or how long it's been. And you can offer the right people, the right incentive at the right time that will get them to think of your business. You stay at top of mind, and then maybe you're more likely to get them in. Maybe they typically buy a product from you every 6 months, like clockwork. But a lot of people like to buy things preemptively. So maybe we send that email at the 4-month mark, 4.5-month mark, 5-month mark, and we offer them a slight discount on that product. They might be more likely to buy that product sooner, to stock up and come into your salon or spa, and then maybe they get a service. Maybe there's something else going on. There's lots of ways to really make this work for you. But I think that those impressions on your clientele, they need to be personal, they need to be timely, and they need to be relevant. And I think that flows feature that he was alluding to is a great way to do that. I'm really excited to see that roll out. If you guys want to see that, you can check out our link in the description below. Get your free trial of MangoBet. If you sign up for that, you'll get a chance to preview that and try that out as well.
What you're bringing up there on like the surprise and delight, I think is really strong. It's just like, it's coming from a completely different energy, I feel, than if you're like, okay, I've been going to this business, I've been having my services here, so I've earned these points, and now I'm coming with my points, and I want something from you. It's like this like scarcity type of energy that I don't like. Whereas if it's more like, you've been coming here, we appreciate you, I wasn't expecting that, but here you go, you get some value for that. And it becomes this, again, like the surprise and delight thing. Telling you like the word of mouth effect of that, of like how you treat your clients when that is happening, the type of reviews you will get from like that type of energy, it's just a different ball game.
The reason why people gamble is not because they know that in 10 pulls of a slot machine that they're going to get a certain amount of money. They're doing it because eventually and irregularly something happens, right? So, and I'm not saying people are coming into your salon or spa because they're gambling on something. But I think the idea is that they don't know when they're going to get something special, but when they get something special, it should feel like it is something special. They should feel like this is for me. This is something that I was given because I'm valued, not because I exchanged a certain amount of visits for a certain amount of points.
And at the end of the day, like if you have loyal clients coming to you, I'm sure it's not because of those points. They're coming to you for other reasons. So like giving discount that they expected to give, that is not a positive surprise. It doesn't really add anything. It basically just eats on your profit because they would have booked with you anyway. So, it doesn't really make sense from a financial point of view either, I would say.
Building loyalty, it's not a quick fix. We have a full course on this available on the Salon Business on the YouTube channel. You can go check that out. We'll make sure to link that in the description as well, so you can take a look. I'm linking all kinds of things below. Our doobly-doo is going to be full of links.
It's like a fucking Christmas tree down there.
So check out the post from Daniel. You can find the link in the description below. And if you do want to try out MangoMint, they have a free trial available on that same website as well. If you use our code, you get an extra a little bit of time. Don't tell anybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Marketing 100. We'll see you on the next one.